Hi everyone, this is my IPN journal reflection. Okay, so in the first question it asks, back to my work here. When reading the educational conditions, discuss what digital literacy and digital citizenship is and why it's important in the classroom. So with digital literacy skills, this enables students to evaluate, access, and manage information. It also allows them to analyze digital media, use media creation tools for expression, understand legal and ethical uses of digital technology. So as more digital resources and technology becomes available to students, it's definitely important for them to develop these digital literacy skills, just in order for them to be aware, how it should be used, because they are exposed, now to so much digital media and technology. Digital citizenship refers to the use of technology in a safe and legal way. Technology plays such a big role in the classroom, and it continues to increase. The role that it plays is continuing to increase, and it becomes a bigger and bigger role. So it's definitely important for students to use it in a responsible way and understand how it should be used in the classroom. The next question is with more courses providing online learning opportunities, list 3 challenges children in poverty will face in this situation. Use a personal experience or trending educational issue involving impoverished school districts and outdated technology. So even though online learning and virtual schools is becoming definitely more mainstream, especially with COVID happening, not all students have the skills or the means necessary to do so. Some challenges with online learning is that not all students have access to computers, laptops, or any other device where you can access what you need to access in order for the online or virtual learning. And not even that, and it's like if they do have the access to the device, not all students have access to internet or Wi-Fi, which is definitely needed when you're doing virtual learning. And I know in the schools here, the public schools here, they were lucky that there were a lot of students who didn't have internet access, and the school helped them with providing like a hotspot or Wi-Fi somehow. So they worked with them, but this isn't the case everywhere. So, and the schools actually did also provide the devices. So, but like I said, not all students everywhere in the nation are as fortunate as the students were here. So that would be one. I'm pretty sure that's one and probably the biggest challenge with online and virtual learning. Another challenge would be, students tend to fall behind or even fail to be successful in their courses with online learning, because too many students, there are a lot of students who need that face-to-face interaction, or just need that face-to-face teaching, that hands-on teaching from the teacher. And I think it's one thing when you get to that college level, but I mean with elementary, middle school, high school, I think it's just that's a very crucial time for your education, and not everyone does well with virtual learning. And sorry. Yeah, so not everyone does well with that. I know that here at the schools, I think it was probably after the first few months, there were a lot of parents who were upset because the school districts wanted all the students back at school, back in the face-to-face setting. And a lot of parents were not happy with that. They were uncomfortable because of COVID, but they were not going to offer the virtual opportunity anymore because so many students here were failing and they were falling behind. They weren't getting their work turned in. And I think that another challenge is the fact that you don't participate in a virtual or online learning setting like you would in a face-to-face setting. And I think for a lot of students that makes all the difference. Okay, so this last question, it's in your personal experience with K through 12, what educational technologies were you allowed to use? So when I was in high school, this was like over 10 years ago. This was actually in middle school and high school when we really actually used technology. But all we used really were laptops, computers, and there were a couple times in like my English class, I remember that we used smart boards. And I remember like we could participate, like we all would get a remote control, and like the question would be up there and we would just hit the answer on a remote control, and then the teacher would see like how many students answered, or how many students got the answer right and whatnot. But I mean, I guess you could say at that time that we used technology frequently, but I think compared to how it is now, I think students now use it a lot more frequently than we do, because there's more available now. There wasn't as much technology available to us over 10-15 years ago as there is now, and technology has just come such a long way since then. So yeah, but that is my journal entry. Thank you.